Some videos shock us, some confuse us, and then there are those that really stick with us. These are the types of clips that stay with you hours or days after you've turned off the screen. Well, in this video we'll be exploring 5 disturbing, eerie, and unforgettable videos that are sure to linger in your thoughts. As always, hit those lights, sit back, and enjoy. Unexplained voice heard in bat-filled cave. If you're claustrophobic, then you might want to look away now, as this next video is painful enough to watch without the creepy voices heard in the background. Uploaded by the YouTube channel Cave Chronicles, the video, titled Unexplained Voice Heard in Eerie Bat-Filled Cave, follows 2 explorers as they navigate a remote and twisted cave system. As soon as they entered the cave, it was evident that this location had been popular with visitors in the past, as graffiti covered the walls and remnants of fire pits were visible. However, based on the dates found, it seemed that not many people had been there since the 1990s. As the pair ventured deeper into the cave, they encountered ropes, and the passageway began to feel increasingly tight. The environment was dark, damp, and filled with bats, and the further they go, the more side tunnels branching off in unpredictable directions they encounter. As the pair continued their exploration, the once warm cave seemed to have grown cold. They believed they were alone, but it appeared that they may not have been. As they ventured deeper, and one of them branched off into one of the many openings, an ominous voice could be heard. Take a look and listen.
It keeps going. Pass me my bag. Thank you, sir.
Did you hear "get out"? Neither explorer claims to have spoken, and there were no signs of anyone else being present. The sound is faint yet unnervingly clear, and it raises immediate questions. Was it an echo, a trick of the cave's acoustics, or something more sinister? Their adventure continued with one of the explorers crawling headfirst into the tightest of holes. Thankfully, both of the cavers emerged unscathed, but when they reviewed the footage, they heard the voice, and after uploading the footage to YouTube, others heard it as well, with some pointing out that they heard other voices. Someone said they could hear Jesus, F-U-C-K. Can you hear anything else? These guys entered the cave believing that they were the only ones who had been in there for years. It was damp, smelly, and full of bat guano. But was this something, or someone else also lurking inside? What do you think? Lost and panicking. Now, as you'll be able to tell, I was on a bit of a creepy caving videos and encounters rabbit hole when I was researching for this video. So continuing with the caving theme, we found this one particularly hard to watch. It's titled Nervous Breakdown in a Cave. In this perilous exploration, the action-adventure twins James and Edward venture into the depths of Petty John's Cave, which is known for its claustrophobic passages and disorientating layout. As they venture deeper into the undergrowth labyrinth, the cave starts to constrict around them, forcing them to crawl through increasingly tight and unsettling spaces. Eventually the brothers arrive at a notorious section known as Nervous Breakdown. The name is fitting. The combination of narrow passages with pitch-black corridors takes a significant toll both physically and mentally. Edward ventures ahead alone through a collapsed area and soon finds himself separated from James in the vast echoing maze.
Oh, there's a passage that goes down. I hope my brother's okay. This is how bad movies start when we split up. Oh, a rope. What? Where does that go? Oh, that's interesting. That is interesting to say the least.
He calls out, but the silence that follows serves as a reminder of how quickly things can go wrong when the path ahead seems endless and indistinguishable. Panic begins to creep in as Edward retraces his steps and calls out to his brother, but there is no reply. He soon realizes that the route has become a confusing loop of identical passages. Each direction looks the same, and the risk of getting stuck, or worse, becomes painfully real. The true dread isn't from falling or injury, but rather from the prospect of remaining lost in that rocky maze until exhaustion claims him. Take a look at this.
James! James! It's been like 30 minutes since I last saw him. I don't even know where I'm at. I tried to go back to the last place I saw him, and everything just looks the same. It's just a jumble maze.
Edward spotted a piece of tape, a familiar marker that he had passed earlier. This small, often overlooked detail served as a lifesaver. With renewed hope, he followed the clue back and soon heard James's voice again.
The tape, yeah. Okay, this tape looks familiar. Oh yeah. This has got to be the way. I'm getting close. James! Still nothing. James! Oh! You're over here? Oh! Dude. This place is a maze, man.
Oh, hey, I see your light.
Dude. I thought we were never gonna see each other.
Dude, I know.
The relief that he must have felt is insane. He was reunited and visibly shaken, and the pair continued their exploration of the cave. This video shows how a thrilling adventure can rapidly transform into a disturbing realization of how easy it is to become lost and disoriented in a claustrophobic cave with no clear exit. However, these two are hardcore, and instead of focusing on what could have ended in tragedy, they ventured deeper into the cave and have since explored even more complex cave systems. How much would you have to be paid to do this? What could she see? This next clip is both terrifying and intriguing. It was recorded by Trinity Johnson as she witnessed her 1-year-old daughter seemingly interacting with an invisible entity. The child can clearly see something that her parents cannot. Take a look at this.
Y'all, I don't know who she playing with, but it's an invisible person, and they're tickling her. Stop.
Who playing with you, baby? The angel?
And I pray so much, it can't be no bad spirit in here. 'Cause I pray so much over this house.
Hey. You play with your granny? You play with your granny?
Wow.
You play with your granny?
She is really interacting. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
The toddler seems to be having a great time with her invisible friend. At one point, her father asks, "Are you playing with your granny?" suggesting that granny has passed away. The child is clearly being tickled by something or someone, and at one moment she says stop, as if it's getting to be too much. She also walks towards something while seemingly holding her hands out to someone who isn't there. The interaction lasts for over a minute before the child attempts to open the door, as if she has had enough of playing and wants her playmate to leave. Now, as many of you may be aware, there has long been a belief that young children can perceive things that are hidden from adults. This belief arises from the idea that children, being new to the world and free from skepticism, possess open minds that can explore realms often overlooked by adults. Many traditions share stories of children speaking to unseen visitors or recognizing deceased relatives, whose souls are thought to linger near the veil between the living and the dead. Laughter in empty rooms and conversations with imaginary friends are interpreted as signs of companionship from guardians or ancestors, and parents often view these experiences as messages from beyond. Do you think this is what's happening here, or is this simply a typical interaction of a child with an imaginary friend? What do you make of this one? The disappearance of Stephen Koecher. Now this is a weird one, and creeped me out. Stephen Koecher, a 30-year-old man from St. George, Utah, disappeared under mysterious circumstances on December 13, 2009. That morning, surveillance cameras in the Sun City Anthem neighborhood of Henderson, Nevada, captured his white Chevrolet Cavalier pulling into a cul-de-sac at 11:54 a.m. 6 minutes later, a man believed to be Stephen was seen walking away from the vehicle, dressed in a white shirt and slacks, carrying what looked like a folder or portfolio. A second camera briefly caught his reflection in a car window. Take a look at this eerie footage, and then I'll tell you what happened next. From this point forward, Stephen was never seen again. In the hours and days that followed his disappearance, his cell phone remained active, pinging towers that indicated it was moving north before the signal eventually stopped, likely due to the battery running out. His car left behind in the neighborhood was not initially recognized as abandoned. However, after a few days, the Homeowners Association became concerned and traced the vehicle back to him. On December 17th, the police were notified, and a missing persons investigation was opened. Despite extensive searches by authorities and volunteers, as well as forensic testing of nearby bone fragments, no evidence related to his disappearance was found. At the time Koecher vanished, he was struggling financially. He was behind on rent, working part-time delivering flyers, and actively searching for a full-time job. In the week leading up to his disappearance, he took long and seemingly inexplicable road trips, including one where he drove nearly 1,100 miles in a single day. He also stopped by a former girlfriend's family ranch in Ruby Valley, Nevada, but when he arrived unannounced, her parents informed him that she wasn't home. Despite these unusual travels, his family and friends described him as upbeat, and on December 10th he spoke with his mother about spending Christmas together. The following day he helped 2 children who had been locked out of their home. To those around him, he appeared stable and forward-looking. Investigators and family members have offered different interpretations of what happened. His relatives believe he intended to return home, pointing to the Christmas gifts, job applications, and personal belongings he left behind. The police, however, found no clear evidence of foul play, but also no signs that he left involuntary or intended to harm himself. His behavior on surveillance footage suggested he was calm and deliberate, rather than distressed or confused. Over the years, various theories have emerged. Some suggest he may have suffered an accident or encountered foul play, while others speculate he became involved in risky activities, possibly to earn money. A widely circulated but unsubstantiated idea proposed a connection between this case and the disappearance of Susan Powell, who vanished a week earlier, but there has never been evidence that the two knew each other. Over 15 years later, the case still remains open. In December 2024, news outlets revisited his disappearance, and private investigators working without pay suggested Stephen may have become involved with people or activities that put him in danger, even raising the possibility of cartel connections, although no official findings support that claim. The Henderson police continue to treat it as an active missing persons case and are appealing for any new information from the public. What makes this case particularly perplexing is the combination of Koecher's apparent optimism, the absence of physical evidence, and the suddenness of his disappearance. His final recorded moments, walking calmly away from his car on a sunny Nevada morning, provide no hint of what might have happened next, leaving his family and investigators without answers. It's crazy how people can just disappear and never be found. Almost drowned. Now we've saved the worst for last. Yes, it's another caving video. This frightening footage shared by the Cantrell Caving YouTube channel has gained over 5.8 million views and depicts a perilous cave exploration that took a dangerous turn. The video begins with the explorers preparing to enter a narrow, water-filled tunnel. They check the oxygen levels before cautiously crawling through the water, fully aware that the jagged rocks loomed just above them. As they venture deeper, the passage becomes more perilous, increasingly forcing them underwater.
Holy crap. Let him push it. Let's go. No way. He's going upside down.
That's how you're supposed to do it, man.
Yeah. Really? That makes it easier.
Yeah.
At a critical moment, one of the cavers, Jacob, misjudges the location of an essential air pocket. As the water closes in, fright begins to set in.
Is he under?
Oh, hell no, I'm not doing that.
I can just barely hear right here.
So loud.
The echo. This is the waiting area.
I'm glad I didn't go in there and wait.
Are you going, Jacob?
Oh, he just bailed. Stop.
You're good. Oh my God! I'm coming out.
All right, we'll back it out.
Back it out. Come on out. Holy crap!
You can physically hear him panicking. In his frantic attempt to escape, he loses his bearings, pushes another caver named Matt underwater, and struggles to find an opening to breathe. This is human fear in its purest form. Despite the chaos and the rapid unfolding of events, the rest of the group thankfully remained calm. Once they regain their composure, they successfully navigate their way out and escape the claustrophobic passage. The video concludes with them emerging from the darkness, safe and unharmed. Now I don't know about you, but this video serves as a chilling reminder of how unforgiving cave environments can be, and a reminder that I will never be doing this. People often participate in these activities for fun and the adrenaline rush, but in this case, I think you'll agree that exploration was far from enjoyable and could have ended not just in tragedy, but possibly one of the worst ways to die I could possibly imagine. So that's it from me. That was 5 disturbing videos I found on the internet recently. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you next time.